Introducing how to set up a CAS PD2 scale with Quantic POS. Now for this setup, I'm going to need a few things. First, I'm going to need my scale, and then I'm also going to need my T88VI printer with a hub. Now to make this connection work, I'm going to need a few power cables, a network cable, and a serial cable. Now I already have them connected, but I'll go ahead and show you. Starting with the receipt printer. I have 3 connections here. One is going to be my network cable. So one side plugs into here, whereas the other side is going to plug into my network. I also have a power cable here. So one side's going to plug into here, whereas the other side's going to plug into my power strip or my wall. And then lastly, the serial cable. That's this gray one here. This is going to get plugged into here, and then the other side is going to get plugged into the scale. The smaller side is going to go into the printer, whereas the wider side is going to go into the scale, and I'll show you that there in a moment. Another important point about this connection is that it does actually need to be screwed in, so make sure that you've got a Phillips head screwdriver on hand. Now with the scale. Now the left side of the scale is actually going to be where the connections are done. Okay. So here we've got the serial connection and the power cable. And then you can also see you've got your power button here. So I need to plug the power into here and then to my wall or strip. And then here as my wide serial connection, I need to plug this in. And just like with the printer, that needs screwed in. All right, now with my serial cable plugged in and my power cable plugged in, now it's time to program the scale to be able to speak to the printer. To do that, I'll come back here to the front of my scale. And with it powered off, I need to hold my finger down on this number button right here. With that number button being held, I'm going to turn the scale back on. Okay, you can see that it now says type. Now when you first turn on, it might say type 2. We need to make sure that it's type 5. If it's not already on type 5, you can hit the pound ounce button that you see right here to change the type. As I mentioned, I want to make sure that it's on type 5. Now I can turn it off and turn it back on again. And now our next step is to configure the scale and the printer to work together.
Now let's go ahead and make sure that the scale is properly connected to the printer. To do that, go into any device's browser that's on the same network as the printer. From the browser, you're going to type in the IP address printer. To get the IP address, one of the easiest ways is just to power the printer off and power it back on, and it should print a chit. Will have that IP address on it. Once you type it in, you may get a screen that says the connection is not private. It's fine. At that point in time, go ahead and tap the link that says advanced options and say trust anyways. Once you've done that, you'll be brought to this screen here. From here, I'm going to scroll down to where it says TM Intelligent, Upson Net Config. Now this may take a second to process. And then we would go to this section here that says serial device. From this screen, it's going to show various different devices that might be connected to your printer. The one we're looking for is this one that says local serial. We want to check and make sure all this information is correct. So this here needs to say simple serial generic. We need to make sure that the baud rate is set to 9600. We need to make sure that the stop bit is set to 1. The data bit is set to 7. The flow control is set to none. And the parity is even. Once those settings are correct, we're going to hit our button here that says test. Now from here, we're going to test and make sure that it's reading properly. To do that, on the left text box here, I'm going to type in capital W / lowercase r. Now at this point in time, you want to make sure that your scale is on, and then you also want to put an object or objects on the scale to make sure that it's weighing at least a pound. Now I'm going to click on the send button here. Now you can see it looks like it's showing 1.665 kilograms. And because it's showing the weight, I know that it has tested correctly. Now on to the next step. Next, I need to enable scale measurement. To do that, I'm going to go into the back office portal, my account. And then from here, I'm going to go to settings. And then I can either type in the word scale and find the setting that way, or I can go to the section here that says scanner scale, then go to scale setup, and then enable scale measurement automatically. I'm going to open this up to whatever terminal I've got the scale connected with. For this example, we'll go ahead and say POS 1 bar. And now my scale's all set up and ready to go.
Thank you for watching today's video from Quantic POS Training Center. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the like button below. And make sure to subscribe to our channel for the latest updates and to join our growing community. Also, be sure to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon so you never miss an upload. See you next time!